Latest Illuvium patch, we saw fire get a big buff and now it is everywhere. I took to the rank ladder to give it a shot myself and got quite the tale to tell you all about it now. But I figured I'd tell the tale in a different way, so here's my first shot at an Illuvium tale of fire incident. Every battle requires a weapon. The Ember Buckler was available and then I immediately find my beloved Virtuous Links. I combine to the synchronizing pulse reactor to get some additional energy damage, and then I give it to my Links. With my Links, Groko, and Valente, we were able to crush the first 2 rounds. My drone then finds the Smoldering Strike augment, giving me more damage as pure damage. I also find 2 Rise, pick them up, and evolve into Railu. With Railu on the team, we absolutely roll the next battle. Going against the Dokas, I find 1 more Links and look at my opponent's team compositions. Inferno has been popular since the last update, but what if I did fire with a different spin on it? I'm selling this thing immediately. I spend my credits on adventuring, searching for more Illuvials. I find many Rai. I wasn't going to try and evolve into Railu, but my Railu really seems to want me to do it. But as I always do, I keep searching until I run out of credits, or fully evolve my trusty Links. I combine my components to get the Hollow Stasis Reactor, and give it to my newly evolved Virtuous Ember Links. Hello, beautiful! The next battle ensues, but I'm pretty convinced that my Illuvials have it covered. I take the time to keep searching. I find more Rai. I can now fully evolve my Railu into Railee. A thought crosses my mind. Could Shock be the spin-off that I'm looking for? It just got weakened in the last update, but maybe it could work. With Railee fully evolved, I add Hetty to the team, as well as a Kuka. I let a Tipo rest for now, and put Kuka in. Bond them to me, so I could already use Shock Affinity with my fires at round 9. After that battle, I find a Flare, and see an opening to potentially get 6 fire on the board already. I pick up Tiru, let Hetty rest for a bit while adding Flare to the field. Leveling up, and then adding Tiru to the field. 6 fire complete. This is huge because now all of my fire Illuvials deal more damage based on how big the opponent is. We put it to the test right away and wow, is it ever powerful. I find an upgrade to my shield that heals me when I use my Omega and win the next fight easily. My drone then finds an augment for Illuvial bonus attack speed. Then I found another Hetty and Chuko, which evolves my Chuko into Chikoro. I also then found a fighter's imprint from the Untamed Beasts. Before the next battle, I find Pyre, Kuka, and Chuko. Leveled up and added Chikoro and Pyre to the field, letting Tiru rest. I give Pyre the fighter imprint so they can shoot faster alongside Railee. This team absolutely destroys the next battle. My suit upgrades allows me to jump back to one of my Illuvials once I get hurt, and find my 3rd Hetty, which allows me to evolve it into a Krunk. I let Groko rest and move Krunk onto the field. Krunk and the rest of the squad absolutely crushed the competition. Then I get an idea and I pick up an Archie, and I sure enough happen to find another Archie on the draft deck. It's a pretty stupid idea. Archie is a nature healer. How does it fit into a fire team? But then in the next round, we also happen to find 1 more Archie, which allows me to evolve it into Archos. I also find a Squeeze, one of my favorite spellcasters. We win a very one-sided fight and then level up. Kuka has done well, but they can rest now that Archos and Squeeze can join the fight. Bonding myself with Archos allows me to use Wildfire and Aegis. I can share my strength with the closest Illuvial to me. Next battle, we won, but Squeeze had a hard time, very clumsily going up against a ramp fight. Ramp fights. They're cool and all, but I never use them. We were then ganked by a group of untamed rogues, where I then enlist the help of Hetty and Chuko, find a Disruptive Force Reactor, Omega Reactor, and then Stasis Reactor, and then a weapon upgrade that lets my Omega hit all things around me. I find 1 more Hetty and Flare as we get into the next battle. We win it handily. My drone finds damage and healing on takedown. Then I evolve my Pyre and Flare to a Periox and Singe. With so much damage and healing, I feel unstoppable. Whether it be against fighters, rogues, scions, we've been knocking everything out. Granted, this battle against this ramp fight was scary. but my Lynx and Krunk clutched the battle. After finding another Heady, it's apparent that maybe evolving my Krunk into a Blotto was a possibility. Either way, continue to roll this lobby. At the draft deck, I find an Ador, potentially some late game healing. Then I find a Heady and Ador again, as well as a Hyperforce reactor for my Periox. Krunk then evolves after finding the last Heady to turn it into Blotto. But I was feeling myself too much and didn't study my next opponent. I got humbled real quick as the Scion combo of a Sinolf, Periox, and Octius destroyed my team. From there on, I make sure to start studying my opponents. That may have been the first hit I've taken, but it still hurts. Going into this next fight, I'm not making that same mistake again. This time we positioned ourselves better so that scary looking Umber could not get to my healers. It was still a tough fight, but we still managed to knock him out. With only 4 of us left now, I go up against the opponent that hurt me. I realize I haven't been using my full potential. With having 3 Aegis Illuvials, if we position correctly, we could funnel our stats into the Periox, making it extremely strong. I can't sleep on Sola though. They might have low HP, but they found the Illuvials they needed, and it's really giving me a hard time. It was an extremely close fight. The Sinolf was a problem, but not as bad as last time. It came down to a Periox one-on-one after my Archros bravely took one last shot to keep my Periox alive. This next battle was pretty crazy though. Karabasov had 2 ramp fights, but thankfully they did not have much in regards to augments, because if they have the right augments, they could absolutely one-shot a bunker composition. Upon battling a group of rogue empaths, my club little squiz evolves into an Octius, as well as finding a few more items for a big boost in firepower. With only 3 of us left in the game, I'm going up against Sol again, and to my horror, his Periox is now a Scoriox, Sinolf is now a Duolef, and they have a much scarier front line, with the Goliath and Mammoth holding the line. I know I had to deal with that Duolef's water beam. It could one-shot me if it gets the right spot, so I tried to get clever. I leveled up my newly evolved Adorido, and put it into the field to try and take a hit away from my team. We held our own, but it didn't work. The Mammoth was throwing my Blotto around into my team, stunning all of my own Illuvials, and it was just too much to handle. But it was also too much to handle for Karabasov as well, so now it's just me and Sola, one-on-one. Genuinely stumped to find an answer. What do I need to trouble all those Scions in the background? Sola runs out first because they have lower health and pick up a Rampy, which is a little odd because they wouldn't necessarily need the Rampy. Team Comp doesn't use it unless they were afraid of it. That's my idea. Time to go for a Rampy myself. I make room on my bench. This is going to come down to 1 or 2 more adventures. I need to find Rampy. I need to get Ramp Fight or Ramp Fire. But I was too slow in searching, and now I have 1 move to try and manipulate the Duolef beam. I try to move Adorido and see how it goes. While this battle is happening, I am searching and I at least find the Ramp Fight. But for right now, this isn't looking good. This battle wasn't even close. My team gets absolutely wrecked. I need Ramp Fire. I need that backline one-shot. I cannot touch it right now. I don't have much time at all. I frantically search the surroundings for any sight of Rampy, and so far it's not looking good. I found squeezes, I found flares, I got Scarabox. Those are nice, but that's not what I'm looking for right now. I find a couple, but it's not enough. I am so close to evolving it. I need 3 more, come on. There's 1, can I find some more? There isn't 1 more. I need 1 more to get the Ramp Fire. I'm almost out of time. There it is! But I only have a couple seconds. I swap out the Chikoro for Ramp Fire and give my Ramp Fire the items that Octius was holding. I need a one-shot. I need something big right here, right now. But my inexperience at handling Ramp Fire is showing. I didn't give them the proper instructions and I just walked in from the left-hand side. Started attacking the TNT. Meanwhile, the rest of the backline is completely safe. Scoriox, Duolef, Octius, they were all completely untouched. Sure, it blew up the TNT, and it eventually made it to the Octius, but it got shot down from the sky by the Periox before it had the chance to Omega again. I have one more try at this. No matter what, one way or another, this game is ending now, and I think I have the idea. Sola doesn't have any Illuvials that want to jump into my team. I make a hole in my own bunker, put ramp fire into it, and send them off. Oh my gosh, the positioning's good, sure it's on the tanks, but I think its Omega should be able to reach the back line. Adorito's tanking the dual F beam. My team is safe, I have one shot, this is it, come on ramp fire! It wasn't enough. It's falling apart, ramp fire's down. Half my team is stunned. My front line is going down. My Periox is almost knocked out. There's no chance we get this. Wait a minute. Where did that shot come from? Tianti's the furthest target away from my Octius. They just changed it. Based off this positioning, it should have been the Tianti hit considering where my Octius is. Oh, how could I forget? Riley. The little Rise that battled with me since the opening rounds of this game, still holding the front line with me, is also shock. At that very moment, Riley was close to the Tianti. Meaning if you take its positioning into account, Scoriox was the furthest away. It's so low now, if only had one last shot. Holy smokes, Octius got him. That clumsy little squiz from before just stepped up in a big way, and now it's all coming together. Blotto, Riley, and I holding the front line no matter how hurt. An Archosana fire team still fitting in to keep Octius and Periox alive with the help of Adorito. My beloved reliable Lynx, healing, defending, and helping everybody stay alive as well. All working together right now when we need it most. I can't believe it, but we did it. Won the game the first time trying a fire composition. And all the thanks to the world, to these Illuvials that worked so hard to get this win. And of course, good game to everybody who happened to play with me in that lobby. And in my team planner, I will forever now have this squad saved. Full firepower. During the time that this little Scion main got out of their comfort zone. Thank you for watching my first attempt here at an Illuvium story, A Fire Inside. Did you enjoy it? If you did, by all means, please let me know in the comments and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you want to leave some feedback in the comments, of course, you're absolutely welcome. This might be something I do again. We'll have to see. But nonetheless, thank you for watching.